So for some of you guys who have may seen my videos, I do like doing a lot of builds here on the channel, and one of the most interesting point of interest that I came across is a carved out pumpkin. Now, if you guys don't know, Grounded 2 is actually set in autumn, it's set in fall, it's set around October, and that's why the scenery and the vibe can be a little bit dark, a little bit misty, so it's a little bit different of a feel. So this is what we have here. We got a pumpkin. Pretty awesome. Now, the hard part about this spot is there are a lot of spiders. As you guys can see, there's a spider bridge already just straight up going into the pumpkin. Looks a little weird, but the whole idea of this was to have somewhat of a base build that is going to be like blocking out the whole area as a safety, as well as kind of give us the ability to illuminate this pumpkin as if it was, actually carved up and illuminated. So we could go here if we had our spider buggy, but we're not going to do that because I do not have that one right now. I'm going to make our way on up. Let's go. We open the door. They just implemented these new rugs with the recent update that came out. Super excited about those. They're already implementing new craftables. Now, I wanted to keep this base pretty simple. As you guys can see, this is like a pumpkin or some kind of fruit or whatever. It does look like a pumpkin, or maybe it's an egg, but I thought it was fitting for this build. We have the weevil rug right there. One of the things I like doing for all my base builds, if you guys have seen them already, is I like to commemorate whatever creature is in that area. So I did a can build, and there's a lot of scorpions, so I put a scorpion up there. We did a treehouse build. There's caterpillars, so I made a caterpillar. There was spiderlings all over this pumpkin. We had to clear out a ton of webs, a ton of spiderlings, so I figured might as well commemorate them. I wanted to keep this pretty simple, keep it super cozy. Obviously, as you guys can see, the flooring is a little wonky because of the way the pumpkin is shaped with its rounded edges. Can't keep it that consistent with flooring, but we did, throw down a mite rug. We got some chairs here. It's actually, you know what? Are we able to lounge? We can lounge. Look at this. Look at this nice little setup. We got our little cookery here. Super simple. Again, commemorating the spiders. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Then we make our way up the staircase, and we have our second floor here. This I like doing is just kind of implementing different buildable systems, create like kind of a stand for the vase. I thought putting the fresh food storage here was cool because to me it looks kind of like a safe. I don't know, that's just was my opinion. So I figured, you know what, let's put a safe up here. As you guys see, storage here, regular storage, commemorating the spiders yet again right there. Then we make our way over here. We have our base crafting systems, smithing, workbench, smoothie station. Super simple. Again, I wanted to keep that web there. There was plenty more, but I had to destroy most of them, but I kept some. Then we come over here, we have our spinning wheel, we have a grinder, we have a water container, and we have a water dewdrop. Let's scoop that up. Now, there are a lot of fire systems here. Again, that was the whole reason to be able to illuminate this pumpkin, make it look like it's lit up. I built this in order to have one of these up here, as well as the ability to jump down over there onto our pillow that we have down there. We're not going to do that yet. I thought it'd be kind of cool to make this, somewhat of a fun base build. So we have, basketball court. Can I make a basket? I don't know. Let's go. And then I thought it would be kind of interesting to add, these little targets here. Because why not? This one's super simple. This is a super cool build spot. The only thing that I will say is its massive downfall is the fact that there are a ton of spiders here. It is completely overran by orb weaver spiders, as well as just generally a bunch of spiderlings and eggs, so you do have to clear them out. Let's go into photo mode, kind of give you guys a little run through of this. Super simple, pretty compact. You could even go 3 stories if you do decide to build here as well. I wanted to keep it pretty basic. The reason why this is fully palisade walls is I was going to make the front completely open, but when the spiders do respawn and they do come back, they're going to be able to just make their way up that little web bridge and just completely destroy me. So I thought it'd be pretty awesome to just, block it out, make it a pretty safe base. This is not the safest location in my opinion. Obviously, you can see just there's a ton of spiders. We're underneath a bush here. We do have berries here. And there is a cool looking thing here. This is like a typewriter or a keyboard, whatever it may be. This is my pumpkin build, super basic. Again, guys, these builds aren't that crazy. I'm just having fun with building in unconventional locations. And I'm just going to be excited for when the game officially launches and has more buildables and more craftables available, because then I'm going to have the ability to make these bases look way more aesthetic with more options. They did introduce the rugs, like I said, super awesome, super happy about that. I just can't wait to see what they make and further put into the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it, as that's the best way to help me and the channel grow. And as always, and if you haven't, check out all my other build videos, all my other guides, whatever it may be. We're covering Grounded 2 all through its early access. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.